morning. Good morning, everybody, and welcome in to Project Joy Live. It's your triple shot of good vibes every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at this 9 a.m. Eastern Time hour. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas. Always a thrill to be here with you today. Coming up on the show, Olivia Ambani is here, and we're going to be talking about doing absolutely nothing. So maybe we'll just sit here and do nothing for about 40 minutes and then go on about our day. We'll see. No, I'm sure we have lots to talk about with this topic. And I was telling Olivia before the show that I am not really great at empty space. And so I think there's a lot of reasons for that. And so we'll talk about it coming up here in a few minutes. Let me know where you're joining from in the world and what is bringing you joy in your life today. I'm a little bit tired this morning. My body decided that 4:30 a.m. would be a great time to wake up. And so I'm like, well, guess I'm up now. But I have been on this routine for the last, like, I don't know, about a month or so, a little bit longer, of getting up early in the morning. And I do like a lot of meal prep. And this morning, I actually thought about Olivia because one day on the show, I will never forget. We were talking about breakfast, and Olivia was talking about sweet potatoes for breakfast. And so I did not have sweet potatoes for breakfast. Well, not really. I was prepping sweet potatoes. I was roasting some to put in lunches today. And so but the whole kitchen smelled so good. And I was like, maybe there's something to making sweet potatoes in the morning. And so, like, I had a little bite of a sweet potato before I packed up, that I was like, okay, Olivia, I see you. I might do this one day. So I had plans to get some more sweet potatoes this coming weekend, and maybe I'll plan one for breakfast. It'll be good. But it smelled so good in there because, sweet potatoes get that, like, I don't know, like this almost like a caramel kind of smell, and it's just so sweet and rich and yeah. So now all I can think about is food. This was a bad idea. Um, so so I did that this morning and got some work done. I am looking forward to sharing a big announcement with everybody on Friday, officially on the show. There's a lot of people behind the scenes who I've had to share some news with first, and then I will share with everyone this coming Friday. Um, so I'm looking forward to that as well. But there has been a lot going on behind the scenes. And it's interesting when you make the commitment to do certain things. Sometimes you don't realize how much comes with that emotionally, or just what will come up during the process. And so it really has been quite a journey for me. And it feels good. It feels good. But it's also very emotionally draining. Very emotionally draining. And so one of the things that I was sharing about in uh one of my communities a couple of days ago was really about how I've gotten good at learning. I'm always going to be a person that, like, kind of fills my plate with things, right? But learning that some things do require extra attention, do require more emotional or physical bandwidth, a mental bandwidth, whatever. It requires more energy in general. And when you have something in your life like that that's going on, it can be really challenging to be a person that puts a lot on your plate, because the other things can't have as much attention as what you're used to. And I will go to my death saying that multitasking is a lie. We've talked about that on the show, because you can't give 100% to all these other things. There's always a give and take. And so I think that just learning for me to have that awareness of this thing that I've taken on is going to take a lot of energy for me right now. and it's not the best time for me to be juggling other things at the same time. And so that's really hard for me because I am such a builder or a creator at heart that I just want to be doing the things. I want to be creating, I want to be making things, but I just don't have the capacity right now to do that and to do it in the way that honors the kind of person that I am. I joke around all the time saying I don't ever do anything half-assed. I always do things with my full ass. That's what I say all the time. And it's true because I really am particular about how things look and how things are presented, and I would be very disappointed if I, continued to follow through with something and put something out there that didn't speak to who I am, and or gave some kind of weird impression. And so I have gotten really good at going like, okay, I'm doing this right now, and no, I can't say yes to you right now. I can't take on another project because I need to devote my energy to this one thing and see it through, and then I can do other things. There's then afterwards. So all of that being said, all of that should share with you how great I am at filling space. So, uh, great timing for our topic today. The topic should have been, the title should have been, is it humanly possible for Jessica to do nothing? And that's what the topic should have said. I see Teresa over in our VIP spot this morning. Good morning and sweet blessings to you, Teresa. And she said, doing nothing is kind of hard. So I would love to hear from you as we get into this conversation with Olivia of why doing nothing is hard for you, Teresa. And we'll talk about it here in a few minutes. But without further ado, I want to talk about our sounds of joy today, too, because I have a lot of things to talk about with that with Olivia. Please welcome back to the show, Olivia Ambani. Good morning, Olivia.
Good morning.
Here we are. Oh my gosh. I was thinking about this when I saw you and I didn't say something before the show. I have a dress that it's different color completely, but it's the same, like with the little fluffy angel wings.
Yay! I love this style so much. I got someone to make me another top in another material. I think I need a dress in it as well because I love it. It makes
Yes.
me feel cute. Yeah.
Yes, you definitely need a dress because and I'm such a sucker for like a long, flowy like dress or skirt, like a maxi dress or a maxi skirt, right?
Yeah.
That because I'm really short anyway. Like I'm really short. How tall are you, Olivia?
Like I think 5'8", 5'9" ish. Yeah.
You're way taller than me. Did you know that? Like I'm 5'1", like 5'1" and a half. Yeah, like I'm like pint size. Very
So I'll
short.
be like,
It's and so hilarious because my husband is 6'1", and so he's a whole foot taller, a whole foot taller than me. But anyway, but I have this idea in my head that I look taller if I wear like the super long skirts, which is a lie, but it's fine.
it's okay. We'll be with it. We'll say yes
Yes.
for you.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So I want to talk about sounds of joy first because there's so many things that we've gotten to see some amazing like music over the summer. Summer's always like a big music time for us here in southeastern Connecticut because there's a lot of beach concerts and things like that. But what are the sounds of joy for you this week?
Oh, good question. Probably like my song that I've not yet released.
Oh,
So I because I have it, so I get to listen to it as often as I want. So it actually got played last week at but it's a surprise by a friend of mine who I was working with, and she played it to like the group, and like people were so emotional. And I was emotional. I was like, oh, yeah.
love it.
So it's my song called "Coming Home to Me," and
Aw.
yeah. Can't wait for you guys to enjoy.
Now, Olivia, okay, how I have to ask questions. How long ago did you write that song?
Oh, lot like 20 when I was, I think 2022. Yeah, is when I wrote it.
Stop.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my gosh. And like we didn't meet. I mean, we met like what, maybe a year prior to that, like a year and a half maybe prior to that.
Yes.
And I mean, knowing what we know about behind the scenes like that, okay, that's not even funny. Okay. I just keep getting these little like have I keep having moments. So thank you for that.
You're welcome. And once you hear the song, it's even gonna make more sense. Like, and like the
Okay.
workshop it was being played at was all about coming back to yourself and
Mm,
everything, and it was just like, so I feel like this song's timing is. And when I did it, it was a freestyle because I was actually recording a video for another song, Take a Chance. So I was
mm.
doing like an
I
acoustic
remember
version of
that
that
one. Yep.
song. Yeah. So when we were like warming up with the pianist, Noel Grass, like we freestyled and that song came and I was like, oh my God, what is this? This song is
Oh
ridiculous.
my
It's amazing.
gosh.
And then, I was like, okay, when I work on my next album, I'll definitely have it on. And I worked on other songs first, and then, everything aligned, and I ended up like working on this song. And when I heard back the final version, I was like, what? Every time I hear it, I tear up. And so I'm like, I'll apologize in advance to anyone who hears it. You will cry. It
Yep.
does
I have no
something.
doubt. I
You'll
have
be
no
calling
doubt.
me Jessica. Like,
I
"Ah."
will be I will be sobbing, I'm sure. When are we scheduled to hear? I just need a timeline, please.
I've been saying timelines for most of this year, and none of them have come to pass. So I've just stopped saying timelines. I'm asking the
Okay.
song, when do you want to come out? Because at this, like, I put so many things in place. I actually just need to get the funds so that I can do the photo shoot. Once I have the photo
Yeah.
shoot, then I can release the song because then I'll do
Yeah.
the cover art. And I'm a stickler for still doing old school photo shoots and the
Yeah.
artwork and stuff. So yeah, once I get the funds for that, then I will release the song. So hopefully this year. The plan is this.
I'm just saying that like before the calendar rolls to 2027.
That
Okay.
would be nice.
I'm giving you lots of time.
You're giving me 5 months.
Okay, because this is what I need because I literally wrote down and I'll show you this after the show. I wrote something down yesterday that will I'm telling you right now, I cannot I say this to people all the time. In the last I've been over the network for the last 8 years, but I've been live streaming and doing things around video and things for about 10 years. And it never ceases to amaze me, like things that are put into motion long before we even realize that we need them. And
Yes.
I still I get goosebumps. Like it does it to me every time. It shocks me. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy. Like when we said these topics like for today or even this song, I'm always just like, what is happening? But I think it's accepting like, things have energy and spirits of their own. So when they wanna come forth, they will. Like they
Yeah,
just will.
right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I love that. Well, I mean, way to tell us what the sound of joy is without even letting us hear it. That's not right. That's fine though. And I was sharing a couple things. One, I'm very excited because I mean we have less than a month until I get to see Boys to Men, which I'm very excited about. Um because I mean I God, that just takes me back. And I loved that the boy band time. There was so many boy bands that were like out at the exact same
Yeah.
time as Boys to Men, and I just love that era. And I love their talent of being able to really do like the a cappella songs and take us to different places. I don't know what's happening with my hair today. But the like they had the whole album that was like a lot of love songs, but then they had like Motown Philly and
Mhm.
Thank You and some of the other songs that are like upbeat and get you moving. So I've been listening to a lot of Boys to Men and getting excited about that. But I was also excited. I was sharing with Olivia before we came on our network alum Robert Lukian, who was on The Voice Romania, and he's been doing so much since that moment. But he's been a performer for a really long time. He is starting to do some videos on Instagram. Go check it out. He did the first one of like forgotten songs, and he was singing Tevin Campbell's "Can We Talk," which is one of my favorite songs of all time. And he just belt he could sing whatever he wanted to, and it's fine. But that really, it made me feel some kind of way this morning. I'm like, Robert, taking me back to like middle school dances, and just gives you those good lovey vibes, and
Yes.
so I just loved it. Loved
Yes,
it.
that song is such a classic, and I think it will keep on coming back. Like I remember I think was it 2, 3 years ago, there was a whole Tevin Campbell challenge. Like, can we talk? Like so many people covering the song because they like kind of just remember not remembered, but they kind of got reintroduced
Yeah.
into it, and it's such a classic. That
Yes.
song is such, and then I saying Boys to Men. I have so many songs that were on my love, like it's just like till the end of the road. Like, oh my goodness, there's
Yes.
so many songs. Now I'm gonna go down a Boys to Men, like,
I
and the
know. See,
harmonies. The
yes, so
harmonies.
good. So good. I'm really excited about that one. And so that'll be a great show. Yeah, we've gotten to hear some good ones, and there's more there's so many. Even though I'm not going to a lot of the bigger shows, I mean, we were talking about this before. The ticket prices are unbelievable right now, especially for really nostalgic tours that they're like on their last tour or whatever. I think so because Mohegan Sun Arena, the arena that's closest to us here, is celebrating their 30th anniversary, they're having all of these big names coming in at one time. So Metallica, Foo Fighters, Alanis Morissette, John Mayer.
What?
I mean, just like unbelievable. Okay. I cannot be, I gotta pay rent. So
I was gonna say that's just your rent or mortgage.
I
You just
know.
like,
I know. But it's still, there really is something magical, like just knowing that they're close by and everybody's enjoying their music. And like, I don't know, there's an energy that's created even from that. And it took me back to my daughter went a week and a half ago to Six Flags, New England with her friends. And the last time I went to that Six Flags, it was senior skip day. It went out because we had, so I don't know if you all had that there, but the the seniors, when you're a senior in high school, right before graduation, you plan a skip day where everybody skips class and they go and do something together, right? It's a very naughty, thing to
wow.
do. And so we all went to Six Flags, and I will never forget TLC was performing there that day. And we didn't go like to the actual concert, but I remember going on the swings, the swings that take you really high and it goes around in a circle, and listening to them singing Baby, Baby, Baby from over the wall. And so there's some, you don't even have to like really be in there, but it's
True.
like magical. And that was proven this last weekend as well, because there is a billionaire that lives in Rhode Island, in the same town as where Taylor Swift has her house, in Rhode Island. So, which is like, I don't know, about 40 minutes from my house. And so, he every milestone birthday that he has, he hires a celebrity to come and play music at his birthday party. Well, his house is right on the beach, and so what he does is, obviously the party is only for his family and friends and colleagues, but he puts these big TVs out So if you want to go, like these big projector screens. So if you want to come on the beach up to the public beach, even though you don't know him, you could partake in this concert. Well, guess who he had this weekend?
Taylor Swift.
No, that everybody thought it would be, but no. He had Adam Levine and Maroon 5. So
No.
so they showed this picture. I have to send you this video, but they showed this picture. That beach was like, I mean, packed. It looked like some kind of arena concert or whatever. But and there's another video of somebody got of Adam being like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like I've never played a gig like this before. And because it's like this little intimate party, but then it's showing to anybody who wants to come on the beach. Like it's the coolest thing. So
I love
anyway,
that. That is
to have
so
$1 billion and blow it like that, I would get.
right. That is how to do what you want to do. Yes.
That's it. That's it. So I mean, that's obviously none of what we're talking about is doing nothing. But so let's talk about this topic today. Why did you want to talk about this topic today to begin with? Because I felt like it was an attack.
No, Jessica, I didn't plan to attack you. I think, I was thinking about how, like, right now, the more connected we are, like, just how life is such a big push to be busy, 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 busy. And I'm also very much known for being busy. Like, my sister was even telling me today, "What you do too much, you do too much." So, I think I wanted to explore, like, what does nothing look like, and give myself continual permission to do nothing, and all those who might be struggling to do nothing, because I feel like there's sometimes such a big guilt if you just choose not to do anything. Like, don't you know what, like, you're an adult now, or even kids are told you can't be bored, you should be busy, you should be productive. That's the word that is always used. And I was thinking about, like, the power of nothingness, like just leaving space for things to breathe, for you to rest, and what that can be. And so, yeah, I think that's why I wanted to talk about it, like,
Yeah.
not like what that even looks like. Because for me, when I think about nothing, it doesn't mean necessarily like you're just staring into space. It could just mean like space to just do whatever, or nothing,
Mm.
like literally just be, like, maybe there's a series you wanted to, or you just wanted to sleep, and to leave room for just breathing, without feeling guilty or pressurized to have to fill it with anything. It's just there. It's just, yeah.
I mean, this is really perfect timing because so in my Blue Duck Society that I run, we have like a rotation that we go through each month. So 4 different like kind of buckets that we operate from. And then once a quarter, we have a 5th week of the month, right? Like that's just how the calendar works. And so we're actually coming up on the very first, I call it the blue moon session, that we do that 5th week. And it's funny because every session we do like a sprint of some kind, like we're working really hard on one particular thing. The blue moon week, I've told everybody we're not doing a sprint. Like this is a reflection time. It's
Mm,
a, celebrate yourself time. And we talk about this often for those of us that are builders, creatives, creators. um it's really easy for us. We talked about this last show to like be building something and then be like, yes, this is awesome, next. And just
yeah.
move on to the next thing. And to be fair, that's the society we're in. We are in a very production based society. So it's like if you don't start your next project before the next one even ends, you're behind by the
Mm,
time you get started. And it's very hard for us to slow down. But I was like, this is I was like, I don't ask a lot, but this is what I told them. I said, you need to be prepared that once a month you're going to have an hour and a half where I'm going to ask you not to work. Just an
mm-hmm.
hour and a half. That's it.
I
And
like
it's
that.
so hard. It's so hard for people.
Yeah, I feel like people do struggle with it, and I have to. I'm not gonna say
Yeah.
I'm not guilty of that, but I think the the busier I get, or the more like I have to balance so many things, the more
Mm,
I really appreciate space and time. Like this week,
right.
actually, I had booked to have a staycation on a Monday, like from 12 till the 12 lunchtime Monday till the next day. I was booked to go somewhere, and then it all fell through. Like the person I booked with, like on booking.com, then like they were like, oh, sorry, we're actually fully booked. I'm like, but I
Oh,
booked. Like,
wow.
and then
Yeah.
when they sent me to another place, and I was like, but is this something dodgy? You know, when you're like safety, like you're not sure. So I
Yeah.
was like, okay, forget it. And so I didn't get to do it, but I was really looking forward to just sitting with my own thoughts and
Mm,
just being there, because I've had such a busy, hectic, like few weeks, if not months, and
yeah.
I have not had space to just you
Yeah.
know. And so then I was like, okay, so what am I gonna do? So I had to like improvise, and I was like, try and sleep in because when I'm sleeping I get to sometimes not do anything, and
Mm,
then like try is the key word here, and
mhm.
not do, do much, because my brain was already like, but I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to do. And I really really did my best on Monday to do, well, what I could, not like to do as little as possible.
Yeah.
But it's not easy as well, because I think especially when there's so many people depending on you,
Right.
it changes the dynamics. So like I'm doing a lot of different family things and different projects that do require my presence. Like I do have to give like approvals, I have to release things. So sometimes even if you want to have that day off, which is what happened on Monday, I had to be up like 8:30 answering the phone. Someone's like, okay, can we do this, can we do that now? Like there's, that was just what had to happen.
Mm,
So like sometimes it's also when it comes to doing nothing, you may not have like the big space of time you would have liked, but how can you find pockets to do nothingness? Like just
right.
to, and build it. And so I'm trying to do that. And
Yeah.
yeah, but when you're a builder and specifically creative, and then add on that you're really good at making things happen,
Yeah.
doing nothing, that's
It's
an
hard.
extreme sport. It's like,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and you touched on a really good point too of like when you're a caregiver, or of any, whether it's you're caregiving for your parents or your children or whatever the situation is, um it can be really hard to shut off your brain in those do nothing moments so that you don't feel guilty for not caregiving in that exact moment. It's really hard. It's really hard. I want to Teresa was saying earlier doing nothing is kind of hard. So I asked her the why, the story, and she said I needed to come to a stop. I thought the space would come up naturally. No, I had to plan it and it took 3 days to come to a stop. After a complete stop, I kept thinking of other things I could catch up on. I had to tell myself to stop. Still, other ideas popped up. No, stop. It was so hard. Finally, I took a nap.
this is the perfect example of it. Like honestly, that is it. Like, because now when you have the space, there are all those other things that you're like, oh, but I could do this and I could do this. And because now you have the space, like for me, I like planning things, like thinking through my
Mm,
content ideas or a different brand that I just haven't touched for weeks. Like, so when I have time, my brain goes, oh, now we can think about this. And I'm like, guys, no, like stop it. So, but
yep.
sometimes what I do is I try and negotiate with myself. So that was on the weekend. Because now I couldn't, I didn't have, like on the weekend, I decided that I was at a workshop and I was doing the work. I was helping with admin. And then I shot a video, like a couple of videos. But then after lunch, I was really tired and sleepy, and I wasn't needed. And so I just, there was this place that was secluded that I could sit. I sat there and I napped, literally. And it felt so great to just be like, you don't have to find things to do in this moment. Nobody
Yeah.
needs you. Like, and it was like maybe 5 minutes. I don't even know,
Yeah.
10 minutes. And I woke up and I was like, oh, this is what life's about. Like giving myself permission to just
Mm,
take those moments, because, as Teresa
yeah.
said, sometimes it's not going to be like,
Right.
or maybe you have to steal it. You have to steal those moments to do nothing. And
Yeah.
I think the more of them we have, then the easier it gets, because then all those other like thoughts of let me do this, let me this, you can either have time to do that, or you are able to be like, no, I'll be fine if I don't do this now. So I think we need to start like having nothingness hour or
Yeah.
nothingness minutes, and like time for nothingness. Just
Yeah. And I'm gonna be honest with you, like I think about that. Like if I was to schedule in like say a nothing hour, and I was to invite people and just say, you come, the idea is to do nothing. I cannot think of one person in my life, not one, who would come and be like, actually do nothing. I think at some point somebody would end up working, someone would end up catching up on phone calls, someone would end up doing, like, I just don't see I don't see that with people in my life at all. And so that to me is proof that we don't take that as seriously. And I think that there is something to be said for, I think being busy with things that we love and we're good at. I think those are really valuable things. But we do have to ask ourselves if there is a sacrifice that we're making, even doing the things that we love and we're good at. I had such a huge realization this last week that um, for me, it's really easy for me to say yes to things that I love and I'm good at, right? I think that's the truth for a lot of people. But even saying yes to things that you love and you're good at isn't always what you should be doing. Like it can still be a distraction from things that you really need to prioritize, whether that's rest or sleep or even doing something that is going to significantly move you forward in your life or business, but we're like, but I like it and I'm good at it. So why shouldn't I just say yes? And it's hard. I think sometimes to like not see that we're distracting ourselves with all of those things and that empty space is okay too.
yes, and I think a thing that I'm learning more and more is to be less useful to people.
Mm.
Like,
Oh, I love that.
yeah, honestly, like you hire me to do something, I will do that. Like, I can see there is something there that, yeah, that's not going to work. And I could probably fix it in 5 minutes, 2 minutes, but I'm going to let whoever was given that responsibility or not given that responsibility to figure it out. Because before, I would be so useful, too useful to my detriment, that I am like, what did you do? Like literally, let me tell you how overuseful I was. I ended up like giving from like helping a friend with one contact for a wedding to being a whole wedding planner. That is how too useful I was. Like, how did you go from like, and I learned a
On
massive
this
lesson.
episode of Olivia Hurts My Feelings.
That's to come talking about myself here.
Don't lie. Okay. No, but this is so good because a friend of mine said something really bold to me recently. And listen, I know when I say this out loud that there are going to be people that are like, because I did that, okay? And he said to me, I think I've come to a point to believe that we're not actually supposed to help people.
Yeah.
Now, okay, I heard that and I'm like, now,
Hmm.
what do you mean by that? Um, and what it did for me, him saying that, was think about how many times I have jumped in to be the hero without being asked, how many times I have sacrificed my own health and well being to, but I can help, but I can, I think about the ego kick that we get from being useful, as you're talking about. And I think about how many times we have jumped in to help people and not given them the opportunity. We're taking away their opportunity to learn or to grow or to whatever. And I was like, "Oh my god. Okay, this is like a lot to just sit with right now." Um, but then also we're not using this helpful or usefulness as a distraction for what we're actually supposed to be doing either. It's just saying that is not like if somebody needs help and you're in the capacity to help, don't do it. It's like it's just thinking about our relationship to being the helper or the
Yeah.
usefulness that we might feel. I So it's just very timely that you say that, and I've really like sat with that so hard since he said that to me because I was like, that's rude too. Like I just
But I get it, like, and it's such a timely thing, and honestly, to connect it back to coming home to me, like my song, like it keeps,
Mm,
this. I'm in that season of the song, and just
yeah,
when you come home to yourself, when you're in the journey of coming home to yourself, you start to realize that how many distractions you have, and for me, the deeper part was. I'm very good. I was very good at helping other people, but do I actually give myself the same help? you know and in the space of being able to do nothing allows me to give me the help, because I can just breathe. I can be like, I am tired, or even not tired. I want joy right now. I want fun. I just want laziness. I just want space. But when I was so busy helping people and giving them my energy, I even when I have the nothingness, I'm too tired for that nothingness to like refresh
right,
me, because now
right,
it's an emergency. Now I actually do have to stop. Like there is,
right.
like if I don't stop, I'm in a very like and I speak why it was also so important for me to bring this up, especially for women. I can't emphasize how many of us are burning out,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
some even passing away because we are doing too much. And this is I keep having to remind myself and being like, what is on your quota today? Like, when are we stopping? When are we, and especially now when we have so many people telling us, like, you know what, now you've gotten these rights, now you've gotten these access, you better work 100 times more. And I'm like, my friend, so to what end? you
Yeah.
know to what end? So I think the nothingness is so important, and we as women specifically need to honor when we are asking for it early, and not wait for
Mm,
for it to be so detrimental, like for it to have been so far gone, like your body shuts down, or
right,
like life circumstances. Now you really can't do anything. So
right,
I think it's, and again, it is a journey.
right.
This You're
Yeah.
not going to be able to go from doing so much and being a caregiver and helping everybody to just instantly being able to like give yourself the thing that you are used to giving other people. It is going to be years or months of rewiring and allowing space and being gracious with yourself. And so I think even as we're talking about this, I think it's a long conversation, and you should not feel bad if you can't do nothing. There's so many reasons why you can't. I think we are fortunate that we may have friends and we can even have this conversation together
Mhm.
and be like, I see it, this is hurtful. It's like we can openly say that. And there's some
Yeah.
people, if they even dare mention this, they are punished. Like, how
Right.
dare like, you're supposed to be useful, or you owe me. There's so many unwritten rules around being able to do, like, blocking people from being able to do nothing. So I recognize that, and for anyone who's listening who feels like that, please know that you have permission to start journeying your way to being shameless when it comes to doing nothing. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think another part of this conversation too is one of the things that happened with me as I started to go through and experience grief. Like when my brother died really young and my best friend got killed when he was 16. And like, so there's these moments of grief that make you understand how fleeting time is, and right, so what can happen in those moments is you start to become, and I recognize this at myself at time, almost like obsessive about time, to where you're like, I don't want to waste it. I can't just do nothing because I'm wasting my time. Like we're not guaranteed the next 5 minutes. So I need to do something with it. And it can be really hard to, it's really, a really tough form of anxiety to live with. To where
Mhm.
you feel like I just don't want to waste time because I just don't know if I'm going to have it. And so that makes it really difficult to, take that time for nothing because you're like, you feel like you're squandering it.
True.
And another thing that you mentioned about with women, I kind of wanted to say this because it's interesting. I was talking about this the other day. As a society, we've kind of gone from this place of society telling us women's place is in the home. And then we had a huge shift where it was like, no, women can go to work, women should be in the workplace. And then we went to women can have it all instead of, which I felt like would have been more productive, women in the home, women in the workplace too. What would you like? Instead of you can have it all, because having it all is a lot of freaking pressure. It's a lot of pressure to feel like you have to have a family, take care of the house, be good at your job, be all A's in school, like take care of your body, be an athlete, like all of these things. It's an impossible task.
It
It
is.
really is.
Yeah, it really is, and I think it's so important to be in tune with yourself, and even if not, start learning the signs when you're trying to
Mhm.
tell yourself, Hello, no." Like the last, let's say, week or two, I've just had to slow down on my movement. Like I normally work out every day, do something, but my
Mhm.
body's just been like, "No, I don't think we're doing that." And I could have chosen to be like, "No, this is who I am." And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, so what do you want to do? They're like, we want to lie in. Maybe we'll do some yoga. Maybe we'll do a stretch. We'll do a walk. Maybe
Yeah.
you'll get in your weekly run, or maybe you will not. And so being okay with like, that's fine. That doesn't make me,
Yeah.
because there's such a big thing of like, you're not consistent. There are all these words and things that you're not consistent. You don't have discipline. You should like, my friend, please. I have decided that my body has said no. So I am going to honor my body and say no for it. Like, we are on, what's the plan, Olivia? What do you want? Because there's so many people who they're holding on to like I'm sorry, but I've said somebody on some podcast told you that you have to, and you took it to heart, and they do not have your life experience. They do not know your body. You do.
Yeah.
But we keep on ignoring the signs. And especially, I keep saying women because we're so intuitive and we have so much going for us. But when we
Yeah.
don't listen, we pay a very, very high price. So do nothing, guys. Today, 5 minutes of nothingness.
Yes.
Stare away. Think about, those ladies telling us to do nothing.
Set a timer. That's everybody's homework. Set a timer for 5 minutes and do nothing. Teresa was also mentioning something else in the chat, and it got me thinking about sometimes when we do create that space and do nothing, you become more creative. You become like new things come to light. But if you don't have the space, if your brain is constantly go, 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 you may feel like, oh, that means I'm creative. And yes, you are, but imagine what you could come to you if you create the space for it too. So there's that.
Absolutely. That is it. Give yourself space to be creative. And then also a thing I'd like to add, like, because when I've gotten this feedback a lot, like when people see my socials or my life, they're like, oh my God, Olivia, how do you fit all of that in? And I'm sure, Jessica, you get the same. Like
Yep.
people
Yep.
like, but you do understand, like, if I'm posting, like, for instance, I just posted a video before I came onto this. I created that video a few days ago, and I've bulk created videos, which means I can literally post like I'm doing these things every day, and I'm not, because I've learned to create systems and
Yep.
things that will enable me to
Yep.
be like, seeming there every day, but I'm not. And then the
Right.
other thing is like, sometimes you see something come to pass now. Like maybe this is the season, like a lot of things I've recorded 2-3 years happen to be coming out now, or ideas we've brainstormed months ago. So you will be like, oh my God, how does she balance all that? We did a lot of the groundwork months ago. It's just
Mhm.
now is when everyone else can see it. So even when you're feeling like, oh, I'm behind, no, you're not. Allow when you don't allow yourself to respect the season, so like maybe there's a season of nothingness where you can get more creative or just rest or whatever. When now the season that requires you to do a lot and you've not respected that season of nothingness, you're gonna pay because you'll have
Yep.
zero energy to now
Absolutely.
be in the grind of things. So I think even for those of us who love like go, we if we learn that the space is important, we will respect nothingness. I think
Right.
we'll be like, "Ooh, yeah, yeah."
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, we are not going to sit here and do nothing for the last few minutes of the show. We are going to do birthdays and then we'll leave you with some final thoughts. You ready for birthdays, Olivia?
Yes, let's go,
All
let's
right,
go.
let's do it.
Happy birthday to you.
All right, everybody. In the world of celebrity today, I want to quickly mention the loss of Dolly Parton yesterday. What an icon
Mm.
of our time. Um, we were talking about it before the show. She's an incredible singer, songwriter, musician, but she also was just a really good human being. Did a lot of work philanthropy over the years, and so sending love to everyone who loved her. And the reason I mention her as well is one of my favorite, more recent years movies with her is Joyful Noise with her and Queen Latifah and Kiki Palmer. And Kiki Palmer has a birthday today. So happy birthday, Kiki Palmer, 33 years old today. Also, actor Macaulay Culkin is 46 years old today. I love that him and his wife have been, kind of doing the rounds lately and talking a little bit about their lives because he's been a very kind of private person throughout his life. He obviously was a huge child star with the Home Alone movies, among many other projects that he had done throughout the years. And so I love hearing like how much they love each other and about how his kids are just now like starting to watch the Home Alone movies and what that's been like. And it's been really fun. Happy birthday, Macaulay Culkin. Mother Teresa, who passed away in 1997, had a birthday today. Comedian and actress Melissa McCarthy has a birthday, 56 years old today. Actor Chris Pine is 46 years old today. And singer, songwriter, musician Cassie Ventura is 40 years old today. You may have heard her name recently around some scandals regarding another artist, but the reason I love her so much is she's actually from right here in New London, Connecticut. And so happy birthday, Cassie. The celebrities in my life today, we have JP Sicker has a birthday, Nicole Nichols has a birthday, and Tamika Maddox has a birthday today. Tamika, happy birthday to you. Anybody you're celebrating today, Olivia?
Not today, but was it this week or last week? My late auntie Pamela, it was her birthday. And then my grandmother, who would be 100 and something.
Oh, I love that though. What was her name?
Her name was Priscilla.
Very nice. Very nice. All right. Happy birthday. All right. So let's get our birthday song on. Here we go. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to
to you. Happy birthday to all those that are celebrating. We hope you have an absolutely amazing day. And anything you want to leave with the people today about our topic first, Olivia?
Yes, do nothing.
That's it. That's mic drop, everybody. Do nothing. I will second that. I know that you have something really special that happened
Yeah.
behind the scene. Tell us about it.
Wow. I will squeeze it into a minute. So I recently launched a new brand or company called Got Records or GOT Records. So it stands for Get Out There, but also um, the letters are also like our initials of the founders. So O Olivia, G's Gigi, and T Temikazi. So we've all worked together, the three of us, and we created this space where you can basically learn more the practical aspects about being a musician or like having a music career. So we launched our first music course, which will be happening in September. So check out our pages. Look for Got Records or
Exciting.
GOT Records. Yes, we were like, oh my God, let's just do it. Let's just do it. So we launched it. Like we've launched it this week. I mean, start last week, this week, and yesterday we shared the poster about the course that we're doing. It's $150 for the standard package, and then about $220 about for the package where you also get photos, brand photos. So
I love
yeah, check
that.
pages, and yeah, lots of exciting things. People seem to be excited about it, and they're like, yes, it's really needed. So yes, so much for
So
doing
good.
nothing.
I was gonna say, not like you haven't been busy with any, the music and everything else too. So well done on doing nothing, Olivia. Awesome job. No, that's great. So where can people find out more information?
So you just look for GOT Records KE on Instagram, TikTok, but you can also just follow me and send me a message, and I will happily share the information as well. You can also send us an email at gotrecords.ke@gmail.com, and we'll respond to any questions you might have. Yeah.
Yay. So excited for you. Very
Thank
exciting.
you.
Very exciting. I could even see like I don't know. I had this feeling earlier that we'll quote myself on this in a couple of years, but I could see there being some music coming directly out of the company as well. So I'm just gonna leave that there. And
We were talking about it today, and we're like, are we gonna do this? And we're like, maybe select amount of
I'm just saying, we're gonna see. We're gonna look back. I'm trying to note moments that maybe I want to come back to one day and see what
yeah.
happens. So
Well, this is recorded, so we can always come back to this and be like, do you remember when you
that's
predicted?
right. That's right. All right. Anything else you want to share with us today? Anything to leave us with other than telling people to go do nothing?
Even in doing nothing, please have grace with yourself because it does take time to get to the doing nothing part. But
Yeah.
just, yeah, remember joy in doing nothing and just prioritize joy however you can. And yeah,
Love
just,
it. Love
yeah.
it. All right, everybody. I will be back with you on Friday with Brian K. Wright. And he's been on the show several times over the years and really excited because he is celebrating the 100th issue of Ultimate Achievers magazine, his magazine. And I've been very fortunate to have an article in almost every issue this year. So it's been very fun for me to be a part of that. And so excited to have him on the show to talk all about magazines and his favorite moments and all of that fun stuff. So definitely come and check that out on Friday. Also, I'll be back this afternoon at 2 p.m. Eastern time with my co-host Ferran Dozier for Beyond 2D. And we have been in the middle of our what are you spending series. Last week we talked about spending time. This week we'll talk about spending money. So looking forward to this conversation, 2 p.m. Eastern time today, only on the Breakthrough Show Network. Olivia, always a pleasure to share the screen with you, my friend.
Thank you. Likewise, likewise.
All right, everybody. I'm Jessica Dugas. This is Olivia Ambani, and we want to remind you to make joy a priority in your life today and every day. And we will see you next time. Bye, everybody.